guys, how are you doing today? Welcome guys to our YouTube channel. My name is Faith and this is Rakeri and Faith
YouTube channel.
Project. We are back. We are happy and I hope you're keeping safe. Yes. Karibu. Finally. We are not using
I have a glass.
Glass again.
Guys, it's not because I did not have my cup.
I wanted to ask.
It's not because I didn't have my cup. It's because, I could not access it. Like, it's far. So I had to use this because it was closer.
Oh, but I got you another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So, mtazoea kuona this blue for some time.
At least it's nice. You don't have to open, you just sip. You know?
Sip.
Lakini leo ni mimi natumia.
Sip some water.
How have you been?
Good.
I'm also good. I'm also good. You remember last time you gave us serious stories?
Yeah.
And you told us that you're gonna continue with that topic.
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember the topic?
So we had started on polygamy. Guys, karibu tupote. So first of all, me, I was not feeling well. I was sick kadogo. I was not 100% very healthy. So I needed to take some time off to get well. But now I'm good. I'm back. I might cough a bit, but I'll be fine. So last time we discussed polygamy, by the way. And we discussed why a man can decide to get another or other wives. Because it's so many reasons. Whatever reason your baba is getting somebody else is because of the reasons we talked about in the previous video. Now today I want, because you have experience. Today I want us to talk about the dynamics of polygamy, like of a polygamous family. Yeah, even Faye is hearing that topic now for the first time. Okay. The dynamics, like how is it usually like living there, because you have experience. Even if whatever setting it was, there's something to learn from each one of them. For example, like us, we were the third wife's children. Okay, the dynamics were we were not living together. All the three known wives. The three known wives were not living together, except our mom, the third wife, and the second wife. We were a bit close to each other. We can literally say the second wife, we have a childhood history with her. She has been a mom to us, and so we have that. So this that. The first wife was a bit distance kiasi. You see how close you are to each other in the neighborhood matters. Yeah. Because now that determines if you're gonna see someone every day or you're gonna see them
tomorrow. When
you have to go all the way to their place. Yeah. Now let me ask you, Zeze, something like what? First of all, I have a question here. Yeah? Like, do you think naturally, like for example, do you think women, hata kama wanaletewa wanawake wengine, and they know there's gonna come another woman, do you think naturally there's a woman that wants to have a co-wife?
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not even the Muslims.
No, nobody.
Because you see, I have Muslim friends, and I keep asking them, your religion says you people can have up to 4 wives. So do you think you are comfortable with having extra 3 wives with your husband? And they're like, no, I wouldn't want my husband with somebody else. But you're Muslim.
Yeah, but
I know.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be there. It's me, nobody else. I'm not sharing. Do you like sharing your food?
No.
Or what's your best food? Or do you like sharing all the time? Yeah, so No.
Especially husbands.
Yeah. Not even husbands, like sharing. Let's say you have a car,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I have to borrow your car because I need to use it. You know, there are times you want to use it and you don't want to give it to me, but now you have to because, you know. So there's that
It depends.
sharing.
You know,
sharing.
you're my sister, or it can be your sister, your boyfriend, somebody you're living with.
Yeah, but sharing in every state you look at it, sharing one thing always will have issues.
Yeah.
You know, because there are times that
No
thing
ownership.
it can't be on
Yeah.
both sides
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you nobody owns it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's yours when you have it.
Mm.
And that sucks.
Yes.
I wouldn't
too.
want to be with something that is not never mine, unless it's something public and you know I have options, or it's not mandatory for anybody to own it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, honestly, if you ask me, the reason I asked you that question is because I was gonna lead you to another question. Is because through your experience, connecting to that question now, and even me, my experience, maybe I can talk about my experience. I don't think wives want to have extra co-wives. They don't want.
Yeah.
Wives only want to own the man by themselves.
Yeah.
Hiyo story ati sijui we share because if you look at our situation, like for example, many times it's the first wife that is usually unfairly treated, honestly, because when she got there, most probably she was never told of more other wives that will come. Yeah, imagine mmekaa tu, you guys are just chilling as a family, you husband, wife and a few children. Yeah, mmeishi vizuri, maybe even up to 15 years. Then your dad starts adding other wives, and now it becomes a war between your mom and your dad, and you kids are there, you're wondering, oh my god. And many times kids don't side with their dad. They're like, unatesa mama yetu. Yeah, you're being unfair to our mom. And also, by the way, if you look at it, it's unfair to everybody, both children and the mother. Because children are gonna lose part, even if dad is gonna be around for some time, he's not always gonna be around. So they're losing part of some time that they could be with dad to these other people.
Yeah. How they look at it is, so if your dad is always busy or working and he comes home like maybe 3 weeks a month or 2 weeks a month, so if he's adding another family, it means it's gonna be less, him coming home.
Yes.
So you always by default have this feeling of lack, it's being taken away.
Absolutely.
And he's doing it by choice. You're like, we are here, why can't you give us the full full attention? And we are enough.
Are we not
enough? Why do you need other children? The same way you find a child that is the only child, and you ask the child, do you want a brother or a sister? And they'll be like, no, I just don't want any other child. I just want you and me, and we're a family. It's because they feel that when another child comes in, they are not gonna be loved again by the kids. Their attention will be taken away.
So much interesting.
And it's heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking.
But then there's also something else. There's these polygamous men who are caring and responsible. And they'll make sure that they'll care for all children from all wives. Only that they cannot care for them at the same place. And if you ask me, if you're gonna have polygamy, okay, we are gonna get there. But I think that thing about him moving from one place to another, you see, he cannot go to one place for one day.
Yeah.
He has to be there for like a week or a month, even sometimes. Then he can go to other places for another month. He goes, so those other months, he's not where you are. You don't have dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the care is relative, because at this point, he has to work. He has to bring food to all of you.
Yeah.
So mostly he's not with any of you. Maybe he's working. So at this point, all of you are not feeling his presence.
Wow.
So at one time you have to sacrifice something. You either comes and you're languishing in poverty. Ako hapo is available. Mnanawaoshea vyombo. Dad is here. All because the family, he has 3 wives or 2 wives. He has to be out there. making money. So at this point, you have a dad and you still don't have a dad around.
Wow, okay. So there's something else. Second wives don't like polygamy.
Yeah.
Second wives
Funny.
hate.
Yeah.
Hate.
They hate
They
sharing.
loathe the third wife.
They hate sharing.
When they hear at it, the husband is bringing a third wife. In fact, they will leave the man.
Yeah.
Many second wives will leave them.
Yeah,
Why is it like that?
because most of them come thinking that they are better than the first wife.
Uh-huh.
There's the whole idea of he got me because you
you're
are not
better,
enough.
you're not enough,
You're not enough.
After there's those that have an expectation
Yes.
that you're gonna be left.
Yes. So when they come, they're like, there's all this, the fact that he came to choose me and you're still there, it means that he needs me more than he needs you. So they come with the whole feeling of, I know he's gonna, get away from you anyway, and I'm gonna own him. So they come with the whole idea of ownership. They want to own him for himself.
Oh my God.
For themselves.
Yeah.
All by themselves. Yeah. And now the challenges come when now you're there, you're married, and out of nowhere he's still like trying to go back to the wife, and he's not leaving. So at that point you're like, it's a threat that you're not choosing her. You're not choosing like the second wife forever. So they feel like they need to go and look for another second man who will also marry them
Very
as the second wife.
interesting. Second wives don't want to hear the husband is
It's their entitlement, man. They have serious.
Funny thing, they shikana with now with the first wife.
Yes.
They shikana with the first wife to torture that third wife now. That wife will never get peace.
Or if the third wife comes.
Yeah, when the third wife now has come, the first and second wife shikanas. Yeah, wanakuwa marafiki. Because now they want to fight this other person that is coming to destroy their marriages.
Yeah, there's that also.
So funny.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
and
they do.
There's also a place where the first wife just detaches herself from all of you, the two of you.
Yeah,
so
but
you and
when the new wife, the third wife is new.
Oh, when she's new.
When she's new, hakuna. In fact, the second wife is the one that fikishes for 1-1 to the first wife. Because, she's like, I think the husband was spending a lot of time with the second wife.
Yeah.
Now he's now with the third wife. The second wife has been left. The husband just wants to keep spending time with the last wife.
Yeah.
Because, she's younger. Maybe she's hotter. Maybe she's now the one that is having children. So he kind of moves in there. And this is usually about men, because maybe even that wife doesn't want the man to move in there. She's okay with him going away, coming sometime, but he's the one that is obsessed. So he keeps coming all the time. Oh my God. Now they're usually like, hey, you think you're going to, take our husband?
But the husband that can be taken is not even yours. A
man that has left you see, it doesn't even have to have many wives. Yeah. A man that has left you for another woman will leave that one for another. It's science. It's in the Bible. John chapter 3, verse 10.
What does it say?
That a man that has left you.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I have a Bible. Why are you lying to us?
Thou, that I said if, of course.
Okay, put it. Sure.
Okay, it's not in the Bible.
I really
it's in the
Constitution.
It's in the. Why would I write about
John
men?
chapter 3. Hata aina ya past. Iko na?
Sio nile Jesus wept.
No.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Okay.
Now, yeah. So, well, yeah, that is what we were talking about. Yeah, kinaramba second wife anaenda kureport kwa first wife juu ameachwa for a third wife. And by the way, the kids hawatakangi mambo yako. You see fire. Anytime you are the child of the second wife or the third wife, you're going to see fire. Because many times, by the time you're getting to the third wife, the children of the first wife are already too big people. Yeah? You're not going to get it easy, especially when the mzee dies. Now, something else. We were still talking about those wives not kupendana. There's those that fake it. Ama you did not follow story ya the Matthews. Huku follow. Uone vile walituweka box ndani tukaingia. The Matthews wives were even matching outfits.
Yeah, sometimes
when the Matthew was alive.
Yes.
Hey, when he died, the second wife saw fire.
Yeah, because who did she think she was?
So that means that these other wives, first, second, or the first wife, let's say maybe ameongezwa now the second wife. Let's say first wife is usually pretending. Because you know why? She has already figured. She knows in her head that there's nothing she can do to change this man. She also has made peace with the fact that she knows she won't leave. So she knows she's the first wife.
Yeah.
So what is the next step?
Be smart.
Yes, you be smart. Unaanza kupangia huyu mtu mazishi. You're not killing him. You're waiting for the day he will die. You're waiting for the day he will die so that you can live.
Yeah.
Pathetic. My goodness. So yeah.
So you start
the wife,
strategizing the exit plans of all these ones as better as you can while the husband is still alive.
Yeah.
You know? And the best way to do that is bringing your enemy closer. You know their moves, know their every move.
Absolutely.
Know how they think.
Yeah.
Know what she's doing to her husband. She's
doing.
the only person right now that we know that plot of land that is new. And now
like the husband can do anything for this one because she's new.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to keep your friends closer and your enemy closer.
Yeah.
So, and that's what that mama did.
Mm-hmm.
And that woman is smart.
She's so clever. Actually, she
clever.
did a 180
Yes.
on the second wife. Like,
Actually, it's a
she was the
360.
one speaking in public.
360.
Nobody will ever separate us. I will always take care of Caroline.
Yes.
I even know them. The second wife is called Caroline DiMatteo. The first wife is called Sarafina DiMatteo. Hey! But second wife ni kichwa mbaya hata. If you follow her, she's quite wild. I understand why DiMatteo wanted something different. Because the other wife is quiet, preserved, hana mambo mengi. But they are both pretty. He has a type.
Yeah.
They are brown skin and watu gari kubwa trailer. Munakaa poa by the way. How come amuchapata watu wengine after DiMatteo?
Nani alikwambia wana watu?
Okay. Si hatujasikia harusi.
Watu wanatoka soko wakuwa wamenyamaza, weka hapo.
DiMatteo anajua kutafuta.
Quiet.
Mpaka first wife ni mali, imagine.
Yeah.
Hiyo miaka yote. She's still, in fact I think she's prettier than the second wife. If you ask me.
Maybe
Like not to compare,
maybe.
but tunaona like this is the way she looks really pretty. Yeah, only that she dresses properly like a respectful lady. And about to dress nini. The second one will just wear short and she's like a kothe. But anyway, yeah, I love her spirit. She's I'm not saying she should stop living the way she is. She's outspoken, she's crazy, she's wild, she has this dope energy, and stay like that, lady. Ni life maisha wenda hivyo. We are here to speak as the children of the Kadimadio, because our dad died when we were very young. In fact, Carol's kids are bigger than we were. Me, I was 2 months, so we were very, very young. So yeah, is that. So the first wife, because they have already realized this is a losing battle. It's either I live or I lose this battle. There's already a wife. My goodness, I don't know what those women eat for strength. Maybe they eat stones. Do you know what it feels like to know your husband is in bed with somebody else? Like to know at that particular moment he's in bed with somebody else. And on top of that, children. It's not like you're even investigating. Children are there that look like the husband. Hey. Like, you guys, you're crying over a heartbreak ka boyfriend hata hana pesa. like hata hajakuoa, mko shule high school, the only thing he has is a laptop, amenunuliwa na mzazi, and you're there crying. Imagine ile siku sasa, just imagine in the future where you'll have a husband like him or somebody else, but then they now have somebody else, na wanamuweka kwa nyumba. Alafu they start having children. My friend, you die, like your heart will do somersaults. 35 in total for the first time. The second time you start saying, oh, I want to leave. Oh, akuna. By the way, if you follow those women on TikTok, they will tell you hakuna kitu hakufanya. Ai, hata karibu wengine waende kwa wachawi. Juu mama ndiye analetea bonaka mchawi. The day you get a motto in your head and realize that is your husband doing all that, you stop praying for people. Huh? You stop even wishing anybody bad. It is your husband doing all those things. Hakuna story ya uchawi ati devil satan, hakuna. He's your husband. He's carrying you, baby. Hey, so the mother's wife pretended, she's, yeah, I'm gonna support you, And, apparently if you follow the stories, before he got married to Caroline, they were fighting a lot. Because, he was now cheating on her with Caroline. Now you can imagine the drama that was there until they got married. Drama being drama. Another one is wakina Muigai, wakina Samido. We've seen all those things. Of course, first wives don't accept to have another woman brought over. And hawapendanangi hata akiletwa. You can see Karenyamu, Eddie, they're just fighting online all the time. Because nobody wants to imagine the person that, cuddles them in the evening, the person that kisses them, gives them forehead, forehead kisses, the father of their children, the way you look at them with eyes of love, at somebody else is doing that. Why?
Someone else is doing. See, you're also doing that.
So but I'm not doing.
Well,
see, I got my own husband. Go look for yours.
They finished. Maybe they can't find their husbands. They have an eye for your
You
husband.
see, the thing about that wife is, yeye amekuja akapata mbugi. She already knows there's other wives. To her, she's just joining. But second wife, this man is married. Huyo ni outright kichwa mbaya. Second wives, mnakuwa wandawazimu nini? You can't leave other people's husbands alone. Kwani akikukatia, huwezi kata? You can't say no.
Yeah.
Ukitongozwa ukatai. Kwa nini ukitongozwa?
Useme I am not the blind.
Vile Diamond usema, muangalia huyu mpaka akitongozwa hawezi kata. Anakubali tu, yeyote anakubali. Ndio hizo tabia. So honestly, to me, second wives usually have a kind of kaspiritia. Sitaki kusema. Yes. Wanakuanga na hiyo karoho. Second wives wanakuanga na hiyo karoho. Yeah, they can take somebody's husband. They don't care. You see, these women who want a man to leave their woman for them. Those also are the categories of second wives. So you're standing there thinking you're very special, and you have to tell him to leave somebody for you. Really, somebody that respected you would not even have let you know. They would not have let there be somebody else for you to come and argue about. You'd have found them single. But now because they are carrying you the way they want to carry you because of the way you carry yourself, they decide, okay, kuja basi, you'll be the wife, second wife. Na wewe na kierere because you're better than the wife. Mnaishi pamoja a few years. That lady you're cheating your wife on with is not better than your wife. It's just that you've not lived with her. Live with that lady, come tell us the same story. Live with her 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 10. Come, tell us the same thing. lazima mtagombana na you will want to add now another one on top of that. Yeah. Woo! Now, let's talk about children in a polygamous marriage. What is life for children in a polygamous marriage like? Especially, many times, especially nowadays, they don't live together. Their wives don't live together. So, do you think, how do kids live? How do kids survive in such settings? How is their life like? Is it better than the families with single parents, 2 parents? Or, is it not better than that?
I think it will depend with the setup of the polygamy. We are talking now from a perspective of general, both healthy and unhealthy ones.
Healthy what?
Like there are those. Okay, mostly the polygamy we are talking about is where they are living together as all wives, or where you're being raised in one home and you just know your father is polygamous.
I think everything, because either way they know they are polygamous. They know dad has children elsewhere, So how do they relate? Well, sometimes maybe, I don't want to talk a lot. I talk a lot.
For me, I think polygamy, if we're looking at monogamy, being raised by where there's a dad and a mom, and also where there's a single mom, either a single parent, a dad, or a mom, because nowadays you find women are raising children by themselves, and also men are also picking their children and raising them by themselves. And now there's the polygamy. I would choose the monogamous and the single parenthood sometimes, from how I know the small things that I know about polygamy. First, because at this point, mostly if you're living even together, if you're in the same compound, there's so much of your parent. You have many parents to start with, and mostly everybody has a say in your life.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is challenging for the child, because your mom will say something, but now they will also listen to the other moms, and you do not really know if you're getting the parenting from your mother or from your stepmother or from the other mother. And every mother is different. Their perspective of how they can get to the hand of your parents, and sometimes you find it's like you're losing your mom, you're being parented not by your mom. I feel like that's a challenge mostly when you have a polygamous family. Many people, you have so many people, like baby parents, to say something about you, and at that point other people's opinions get into you. So when you're with a single parent, you'll know this is your mom, you and your mom. Mom says don't do this, you don't do. Dad says don't do this, you don't do. And dad is not listening to other people. But mostly in the polygamous, you might find, also this mother, maybe your third mom or the second, they want to feel united. So they consort, there's, when kitu ikihappen kwa familia yake, they maybe want to talk to the second wife or the first wife about you, and the advice they will get, they'll come and, pass it to you. So I feel like that's the major challenge at this point, where you don't know who's parenting you and you don't know who to go to mostly. You feel like you're just being parented by so many people. Yeah? I don't know if you get it.
I do.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, there's this thing about some of those stepmoms and stepmoms are toxic.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying now.
Because naturally they don't love each other.
Yeah.
They are sharing a man.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to share.
Yeah.
So you might find they are being toxic to other wives' children. Yeah?
Yeah, there's that.
So you might find somebody is being really mean to a child. And that is important, because the other day we were talking about child development and how it affects children while they're growing up. So this thing about having a toxic person around you, who's
not even... Hi, hello.
Hello.
Shaky, shaky, shaky,
Shaky, shaky, shaky.
shake it. Ooh. Shake it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
Yeah. So, what were we saying? Imagine nimesahau.
like you forget genuinely.
I lose the train of thoughts. They just take another route.
Where you were telling us about the parenting, where sometimes you might be having a parent who's toxic to the other, parent's child, like the co-wife's child. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And,
how bad that can
Also
lead
hatred
to
between siblings, because you see these wives, they are not very happy that their husband is adding, especially the first wife. Yeah, you might find now kids of these other wives are very hated by the kids of the first wife, which is understandable. I mean, you broke their family, you did, and now they are like, it's because of you that we don't have our dad and a nuclear family at home. We hate you. And they will hate
so
you
much.
From the day you were born. They will hate you.
And
the day you
nothing
land
you
like
can
this,
do about
they
it.
will hate you. They will wish they can just strangle you and throw you in a dustbin so that you don't come and join their beautiful, peaceful family. They wish they can just strangle all the wives and throw them away and maybe put them in acid or something so they can just have this peaceful, loving family. But then at the same time, the issue is the man. It is the man. He will get another one. Yeah. He will get another wife very quickly. And now you'll have to keep strangling people. You'll have to open a company called Strangling and the other one is Strangling
but they
and
hate
Squeezing.
you. Well, they
Limited.
hate you, and you remind them of the love they missed. Yes, they will hate you because
You
you're
see, that
coming
is
to
really
take
some.
away
I understand.
something.
I understand you hating me when you're
Yeah.
a baby, when you're a child, when you're growing up. But I don't understand you hating me when you're a mature human being with even children. I don't get
still
it.
hate you.
I don't get it. Especially
There's nothing
women.
you can do.
As a lady, you'll hate the kid that was born by the other wife until you get married and realize, my God, these men are the same.
And then your kids will become polygamous.
Not the kids,
Oh,
the
God.
husband. Guy, it is so sad.
I just didn't,
The
sometimes.
husband becomes now the professional cheat. He will be having children left, right, center. He will be trying to pick and do nothing. When a man decides to embarrass you, he has decided to embarrass
Then
you.
your kids will inherit the spirit of polygamy from their grandfather.
My God.
And now you look at your kids bringing more wives, and now will you hate them? Those are your grandkids.
Imagine. Because now your children have married different wives.
Yeah, so you're gonna hate the grandkids.
Are you gonna hate your grandchildren?
From outside.
From other wives.
Life is just so interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's very
very
important
fun,
to be
really.
careful about who you're hating, who you're talking badly about. These things can happen to you. Ubaki huko umeshangaa,
You're like,
oh my
really?
God. No, but I thought I was special child of God. What is
back.
happening? What is going on? God, why have you forsaken us?
So now, because that happens, if your husband marries again, will you love them? Will you love your co-wife?
You're asking me?
Yes. Will you love your co-wife? Because if you hate them,
First of all, my experience.
Because if you hate them, your kids might become polygamous.
My experience is, we were not loved when we were born. Yeah? We were loved by a few, which we thank God for. Not from the word go. Yeah? After some time. Because there's so many, like in polygamous families, there's always wars. Musitanganywe na mtu.
Let me
There's
tell
always
you,
wars 24/7.
the only advice,
somebody hates you, another one hates you.
Sorry to interrupt. The only advice I can tell every girl, if you want to get married, look for your husband. Polygamy is not an option, really. If you have a weak heart, don't try it at home. Yes. Look at how you're looking at me.
I'm not
Don't try it
understanding
at home. I'm saying it is not for the weak.
Polygamy?
Yes. It is not for the weak.
First of all,
It is not for the weak.
even monogamy is the one that is now for the people with metallic hearts.
I know. Okay, marriage is not for the weak.
I think you can survive marriage if you join in as an additional wife.
You can.
Yeah, because guys, even if it is so painful when it's a monogamous marriage and it's everywhere with all the women.
But that's polygamy now.
See, now it was monogamous. You did not know.
That's open polygamy.
You did not know. You did not know that this guy is gonna add you another wife.
I think I have to rephrase my point. I don't know. Then I think all of us somehow find ourselves in polygamy.
Marriage should be like this. Sawa itaka kama polygamy, but it's okay. When the woman, each woman stay in their own home. Usually like a house like this, one woman. So the husband will be coming here. He has another. From the word go, we will get it in our systems. We will understand over time.
So men should be open to marry.
Yeah, let men be for fertilizing and helping bring up the child. Hiyo mambo ya mapenzi hiyo, that is where you're dying.
History ya monogamy, is my husband, is mine, is not real. Sindio?
Hey, at the US. Au mtu hata si serikali. Hata si wase. Huo mtu ni wa kila kitu. Is everywhere. Ati wako where?
Property.
Ni wako mpaka like you see hapo kwa mlango yako. Ukiingia hivi sasa huyu ni wako. Hata jirani wako anataka kumdishi.
Wow. Yeah. I think the whole monogamy thing is
my God. Because I don't know if you're a lady and you have a loyal husband, please call me. Just DM me.
You investigate.
No, I want, yeah.
You want to see him?
And no, I just want to understand.
How he is
faithful. How can you have a faithful human being? How? From where? That one must be an alien.
From where?
We have to investigate that alien. You see binadamu ukweli. That's not a real human being.
But life
the things we have been shown out here.
Life is short.
And I thought it was just Africa because we are backwards, we are that world country. Oh, men just like to have sex all the time. It's sex they think about, and end of story. Oh, go to those first world countries unyoroshewe uko vizuri sana. Dubai, is it the prince or the king of whatever of Dubai has how many wives? US, you hear somebody has said a story about how men are doing.
Then they should pass through the open marriage thing. You married, but you're open to do other things. That will work.
They destroyed marriage when they started saying we should be loving each other.
But you have to love each other for you to breed.
But that is where the pain is coming in.
It's your body reacting. It's not pain. It's just your hormones and your body responding.
Why is it so painful?
Hormones. Because you need to learn how hormones and your body works. It's just that simple. So that when you start hurting, you can go back to studying why you're hurting, and then you can heal yourself.
And you see, there's these men who are actually hurting you intentionally. They know they're not care about you, but they'll hurt you.
Yes.
A good one. So they pretend they love you, they pamper you, love bomb you. Then they start nyoroshai you.
But it's like religion. If you're not told there is God, you can't believe there is God. Na utaenda kanisa na utafanya hizo vitu zote. So the whole thing about love, it was just psychological thing. That if you believe this man loves you, you have a whole idea of the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's psychological.
Babies. And I think it's better when you're making babies, when you're in love.
Because
when you're happy.
If you love somebody,
when you're happy,
you should love them once and it stays like that.
Yes.
How come you can fall out of love with somebody
and fall in love again
so much?
Yes.
You leave them, hate them, and you can't imagine.
Actually, you can fall in love 100 times. Yes. You can fall in love 100 times. And it's love. It's genuine love. You love them. Yeah, so what are you telling me about As your husband.
You're on your heartbreak, so
Yeah, 100, and you're feeling for them the way you felt for the other person. It's love. You can love them 100 times.
honestly true, because I found myself saying nijikute.
Yes. And then you start
a
smiling.
few months later, I am inside.
Yes.
I'm like,
how did I?
But I did not have a heart though. How come?
You soften up along the way. You forget.
Well, time.
You forget.
Time takes away the pain.
Happy.
Oh yeah, that says something about time.
Yeah.
Because when they say time heals all pain, it means time helped you recover.
Yes.
And so you somewhat got over that person.
Yeah.
And now you've gotten somebody else.
Time didn't really help you recover. With time, you worked to forget. And
even
to
if you
recover.
don't work.
Okay, you forget him slowly.
You see me, honestly, there's things I've forgotten because time has passed.
Oh.
Yeah. Even if you don't do anything about your heartbreak.
It's gonna
utafute tu room ukaange chini hivi unakula vitu. You don't want nothing with human beings.
Yeah.
You forget.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna go.
Okay.
After 3 years, what are you? You won't be the same where you were that time. Yeah.
Yeah, time heals.
Time heals many things. That's why people are told just leave, create that space, no contact. Because that is how that time will help you. But if they are still there with you, it's going to take you longer. Because they are going to keep showing you all those things. You're going to keep seeing them getting hurt and all that.
But love is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing.
Love is good. Ukiwa unapendwa back, unampenda, it is really good. Ata, you don't realize the day is going to end. It starts 8.
You don't realize you're getting old.
Yeah, you wake up at 6, you blink, it's 6 p.m. You're like, kwani siku imeenda wapi babe? Na si tumechat na wewe all day. Oh. So like time really flies when you two are in love. You enjoy, you have fun, nini. Oye, alafu tu shetani. Aoshe mikono, apige shower, a brush men.
Na nunue
Akule
suti
breakfast. Akule suti mpya. Kwanza siku hizi hata akona V8 na hata atumii fuel. Akuje tu mpaka kwa relationship yenu
na iPhone.
Kayapo. Anza kuambia bwana yako. Sasa unajifanya ulisahau Cynthia. By the way, umeona picha ya Cynthia?
But I have a question.
Cynthia,
why is it that all the time when you're happy, when you're in a good thriving relationship, that's when people remember you? Watu wenye hata ulipatana na wao primary.
Hata si primary.
You know?
Ule mwenye ulibeg ukiwa unalia, ukiwa unatoa makabasi.
That's when they call you. They're like,
please don't leave me.
Why do they do that? Why do they do that?
Now, when you finally get your dignity
It's the
back, you've
detachment.
worked so hard, you have cried so many times, now you're stronger, you even met a better person and a better partner. And now happiness is doing like this in your heart.
And they can see it.
Happiness is doing like this, like this, like this. That is when the person that you are crying and you are almost taking your life for comes back. And they even make you're like, so now you love me. Let me tell you, usikubali. Don't accept to go back there. Unless, but you see there's people who get back with their exes and it works.
Huh?
Yeah, there is. Especially when you dated when you were young and naive and childish, and now you're older, smart, you've forgiven each other, you can rekindle. There's people who have gotten married after they met their exes again. Yeah, anything is possible. Lakini huyo mwenye alikutesa, hey. Kwanza kama yako a teenager, if they were not a teenager and they tortured you, I don't know, maybe kwanza the one that did not think you could leave him or her. But anyway, there's something nice about polygamous families, if you ask me. Okay, wait. There was something else. This topic is so much, I think we are going to do up to 4 videos. Yeah? There's another question I wanted to talk about. Shout out to our niece. I can't mention who, but she told me to talk about this area. Where you're not a polygamous family now, yeah? but your maybe mom left, but now your dad has married another mom. Yeah, and now this mom is wild, crazy, madness. She's not treating you well. Stepmothers. I think we need a topic for stepmothers. But it's worth
Stepmothers
mentioning.
mnatakanga nini though?
See what else?
No, some the wild ones.
Mm.
Kwani, how do I don't understand how they don't take this person they met nicely na ni mtu wa bwanake, you know, like it's the husband's daughter.
You cannot
or son,
say you love your husband
and you come and you give birth and you want your husband to love you, like, you know, like
really?
which side of your nini are you using? Congo, you said Congosity. Which side of your bongo are you using? Because I don't understand how you can meet your husband had a child and you hate that child and you have yours and you want your husband to love yours and you want yours to thrive. In which world? They will not thrive.
No, first of all, let me ask you. When you are dating and this person you knew akona mtoto.
Yeah.
Okay? Why are you acting as if mtoto umeletewa sai?
True.
But also there's something else, eh? We say some people are just stupid naturally. Some people are really stupid.
Yes.
And selfish.
I know.
Yeah? They so weird.
Really?
They will do anything just for them to be, you know, to be taken as the priority. Like they will do anything. They will even hate your own child. And you're the husband. How can you want the cow and you don't want the rope? How will you take the cow home? You take both the cow and the rope.
And you gratefully.
And you love.
Embrace them because it's a cow, you know. Yes.
And you men out there, but you see these women pretend to be nice before they get married. Then when they get married, the baby sees fire. But then at the same time, there's incredible women who have gotten married as second wives because the first wife died. This man is not polygamous. Or maybe the first wife left, they divorced. But now, you know, he has married another wife. And this wife becomes a sweetheart to the children. There's these people that were going around, they were famous. It's a story of Kitambo, Kendi Mweti. Do you remember a name like that? That very beautiful girl that was married by this very rich Meru guy, rich Luo guy that took dowry to Meru in choppers. Yes, Kendi, we remember. That is the thing about something going viral. We don't forget. I even remember the name. Kendi's dad had a younger wife because apparently Kendi's mom had passed away. So he married another wife. She was not young like Akina Kendi, but you could see she's fairly young, like she cannot give birth to Akina Kendi. It can't be she's the one that has given birth to Akina Kendi, but they have this young sister who now she has given birth to. But this lady loved Akina Kendi. Like even when people were being told this is not the mother, they were like, what? We thought they are sisters. Like they love each other. Like the mom, that stepmother loves Wakina Kendi. Yeah, she walked her down the aisle. And you know through the way they are behaving in their actions. They were like sweethearts. Like, oh my God, I really envied that. I was like, my God, if I ever become somebody's stepmother, I want that child to have the best mother in the whole world.
Me too.
Because I have been, you see this thing of fostering, people coming to live with you. There's nothing as painful as feeling homeless in your own home. You know, this is your dad's house. You cannot go anywhere. Your dad has physical bodily needs. He needs a wife. Your dad maybe needs even more children. Maybe you are a young family, so he needs more children. So he has to get a wife. And you're a big kid. You understand this is not your mom. So I believe the relationship that will be there will be highly determined by the father and this new wife. First, the father will set the foundation. You set the foundation and you set the boundaries. Now, this other wife is for her to follow or leave. And by the way, that is what I usually say. these children are being mistreated by stepmothers because the father is enabling them. You're the one that married her. Why would you allow her to mistreat your child? Now, if she does, she should see the door. That is the law. That is the first thing that you should tell her. No matter how, even if she looks like the clouds and the angels coming down, beauty and all that. If she mistreats your child, she walks. There's like so many angels in town. Have you ever walked around Moy Avenue? Just go stand at Moy Avenue and look at women like this.
You're very beautiful.
Angel Gabriel, Angel Hey! They are so pretty. You're like, oh my goodness, why are you so beautiful? Yeah? So yeah. They're there. So stepmoms, we will come back with your video. Just like we promised Mr. Simpson. I've been thinking about you a lot. I'm gonna come back with that video. For now, tuko kwa polygamy. Nyumba ya watu wengi. Something else. You see there's these polygamous marriages that are peaceful because the husband is alive. They are only peaceful when the husband is alive.
I like how you stress alive, you know.
There's no other time you're going to see peace.
So pray if you're ever gonna find yourself in a polygamous family, just pray for your husband to stay alive.
Yeah, pray
for long. Like that should be your main prayer.
Do anything you have to do to keep
him
that
alive.
man alive.
Yeah.
If you want peace.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you see the way Regina Daniels is being nice now to the other wife because now the husband showed her. You know the other times the husband was sidelining her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you've not noticed?
Oh, yeah. Nowadays, the husband is even posting her.
Yes.
And even the family. Oh
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Now the husband
is
now.
What if Regina is nice? Maybe.
No, never
told
ever.
The husband, why are you being like that?
Never in the history of that gender. Never. Regina got there and told the husband, "It's me or me," and that's why the husband was staying with Regina only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and even that wife had gone home. If you remember, there was a lot of drama about it. The wife, that first Mzungu wife, left him. Then she came back, which means this husband loves that woman, that Mzungu lady. But Regina wanted to be the only one.
And actually,
so kanaenda kakakalishwa chini, na mestaweze kuzu, anaitwa nani? Ni anugu, also kuswe, atuche.
Is not Prince? Is not no.
Anaitwa noko. Why would you name somebody that?
But that's a normal name. Stop laughing. I don't know, but they are Let's see.
Ongangwa. What I told Regina, let me tell you, utahama kwa hii nyumba. You will go. Because you cannot come here to tell me that I chase my wives away. Now, the husband recently, we have started seeing him with the first wife a lot.
Yeah.
To a point, Regina Daniels commented kwa picha ya one of the for you saw.
Yeah.
Ati couple goals.
I was like, and the lady was like, thank you. And she said, thank you. I was like,
when I saw that, I was like, Regina, it has started.
It has started licking you.
Kiramba kinakuramba. And just because you think you're young, and you can go do BBC, inaitwa? LLB, what? LLB? Yes, LLB. Inaitwa what? Hii kitu wasichana wanafanya. BBL. Yeah, unataka LLB. Wait. LLB. BBL. You go do BBL. Aki, it's millions of money. You do BBL, unatolewa nyama huku. Do you know that the first wife akana hata BBL?
Yeah.
She's natural as she comes.
And now her confidence is coming. I saw her.
I'm so happy for her. You know, I was really feeling bad. She wasn't even
posting, and if she posted,
I was feeling
she was
bad
like,
for her.
People are always commenting about, you know, the other girl is also pretty. We also see why she left. But now people are like, she started posting. You'll see her record a video walking and turning. And, you know, she's feeling herself.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
It's not fair if you join a polygamous family and marriage and you're there demanding that
And
you want to be the
also,
only
I saw
one.
the husband also goes with her in meetings as well.
Yeah. See, now that is where people have started seeing it. He's no longer going with Regina only. He goes now with her and also with Regina. Each at their own
goals.
time. Regina! So guys, you can see Regina has done everything for Zimane. She has done the BBL. She has done the... women that do BBL do something to their faces. Regina is usually bleaching. She sells even those
the man will always go back to
chemicals.
the main.
But the man will always leave you.
He'll always go back to the main chick.
My goodness. Oh my lord.
My lord.
By then that guy is so annoying. Ay, nikifungua tu TikTok hivi. Hey,
lord.
My lord. Hey, hapo kwa kupewa pesa nayo. My lord.
You started listening to it.
He's always popping up on my TikTok. You see, the way he talks is so catchy. So you're just there laughing like, okay, what is he gonna say? So yeah.
And then out of nowhere, when you think he's done, he's like, you know, I like the Kikuyu, how he just brings the Kikuyu down. Yule Uncle Munya. You know.
Sasa, today's story was about, by the way, what we are talking about, a married man who is rich, but the wife was not like, aliambia the wife, don't do anything, I'm gonna provide for you everything, and he actually did, but then he was not intimate with her. 4 years, she has never been touched. Yes. She tries to kiss him, he runs away, he freaks out, he's like really scared. Wow. And he gives her everything, like she can say what she wants right now and she gets it.
So who freaks out?
The husband.
So
they have same bedroom, different beds.
So what's the problem in that marriage again?
She's not being touched.
Why is that a problem?
Well, you think it's funny?
No, I'm just asking. Is he the only man that can touch you?
But you see, when you're married, you have a husband, you cannot be touched of you. Okay.
Wow, problems. So what did my lord say?
My lord, because my lord, you see, the man gives me money. Akasema, we, hapo kwa pesa my lord. We chukua, alafu utafute kijana barabara. The video is new. You go, you'll find it on TikTok.
For a while.
Yeah, he was there saying, "Hey, hapo kwa pesa my lord. Oh my lord."
Utafute kijana.
Anakupea
maisha ikuwe hivyo.
Anakukosea, anakupea pesa.
Ana freak out.
Haya. Si ukuanga unamchokoza ndio mkosane upate pesa. My lord.
But anyway,
so yeah,
that makes my days.
So I wanted to say this thing about polygamous family and marriages where the mzee is very strict. Like he doesn't have a favorite. And by the way, if you want to succeed as a polygamous man,
don't show
you must not favor any. Because if you do, now huyo ndo unapea kiburi.
Lakini sasa unajua aka kampia ndo huwa kanakuwa favored sana cause unaona kameleta new goodies.
Ni kampia lakini hata Kenya akapembelezwi. Akapembelezwi.
Na wenye upembelezi.
Hakuna. Ask around our dad was not bembelezing them. You cook, you refuse to eat.
Utapigwa makofi.
You cook. Our dad.
You didn't.
But guys, you
sorry guys.
Our dad is from Kitambo. Wait.
Sorry.
What? Sorry. We will cut there. I did not know. But
sorry.
All I know is our dad was very strict.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a favorite. In fact, I think the first wife loathed him.
But it was
she hated
he was nice
him because of the things he made her go through, and I understand. In fact, even right now, as a lady, going through the things that men take us through, I just want to go and hug all my father's wives. Tell them, what?
That person, you know, in every person that you hear that people talk so nicely of, opposite is also true. That person was ruthless. As nice as he was so ruthless.
You know, that is what I wanted
you
to
need
ask.
to ask the cheaters.
Can you imagine?
Cheaters are resting in peace.
Like waze wa kitambo, hawakuwa wanatambua. He used to come with another wife huko kwake. Wewe unaondokea bedroom, unatafuta unaenda kulala na watoto. You go sleep with kids. He has a new
and those are the stories that are in the graves of women that died, and they just can't tell us the stories. I wish they can just resurrect and give us stories now. They are on TikTok. I think we will all keep quiet and just be Igwe.
Because
how did you do that?
My goodness, I think it's because women then didn't have options. Women were not being taken to school. They were just being wives, giving birth, and taking care of the children, chicken and goats. Otherwise, you do not have any other use as a woman. And then women were objects. You could be owned by a man. And that's why they were talking the way they were
even exchanging you for something.
Yeah, they would. So you could have as many as you want, and the man could behave the way he wants. And by then, do you remember our mom telling us that even if you went back to your home and your husband came for you, somehow your brothers didn't have a say?
Yeah.
Because that's your wife.
Yeah.
That is
and
your
you
husband.
Paid for him.
Your brothers had no right
they took
to come between you and your husband. Even if your husband was beating you up there.
He'll finish up, and then they'll tell you to go back to your
husband.
house.
Yeah. And that is how many women
because you are his property at that point.
Yes, and that is how we lost many women, because kama umegongwa vibaya, you definitely die. Some go to hospital, they don't get out. And those days, who was prosecuting cases in the village? Only people that were rich and with money and high places could afford lawyers or even any form of prosecution. Otherwise.
So in short, whatever is happening right now on whatever we are knowing about, there is worse that happened to women and to also men that we didn't get to know.
That's why polygamy
we will never know.
Polygamy will one day end. And it's old-fashioned.
Yeah, it is.
Because, why do I need to fight for a man, really? Why do I need to? And now women, it will be polygamy modernized, where women will just want to have children with this rich, established, responsible man.
Yeah.
Not to marry. They'll just be looking for children with responsible, brilliant, smart men. And they just raise their kids with that one. So hiyo mambo ya kukaa pamoja kama tubuzi, because nowadays anyway, women have been empowered, so they don't need men. Some women can survive by themselves. So yeah, there's that. Yep. Wow. So something else about polygamous marriages. We are not done. Next time we are coming with advantages and disadvantages. Okay? Advantages. Like, where them say
advantages and disadvantages.
We are coming with advantages
and disadvantages of polygamous family. 20 marks.
1. If the children of the first wife are old enough and themselves dies, they can take care of the children of the last wife because they are siblings. Class dismissed. It's true. It's an advantage. You see, if you're many children, many wives, one husband, your dad did not do it because he was a malaya. He did it because he really valued family. He valued family principles. He loved his children. He loves to have many children. So he left a good legacy. He trained and treated his children well with dignity and respect. He taught children to love each other, no matter which mother you come from. As long as you teach them that, when they're growing up, in case the mzee dies, akutakosa, there will be just this one sibling or somebody somewhere who will take care of others. That is the truth. That is why I love polygamy for some point, because case in example. When our dad died, she was 2 months. And of course, the siblings of the first wife were bigger. And there's just this one sibling that after some time, because we stayed with our mom for some time, without, we were struggling, going for bibaruas, until we were around class 8. But that sibling was checking in on us. over and over. Even if he was not like 100% financially, you could see this is something he wants to do, but something is stopping him from doing it. But when we got to class 8, we went asked for help. He decided to help us. From there, our mom does not know where did our school fees come from, where the university you went to. She only come for graduation. In the university, where are you sleeping? What are you eating? What are you breathing? When you get sick, how are you going to hospital? She did not know that. Imagine giving birth, taking care of kids until they're in class 8, then you don't know what happens to them after that. Like, you don't know where the money comes from. You don't know nothing. You only talk to them to ask them if they are alive. Sometimes they even send you money. You see, guys, polygamy is very nice. Number 2, tungetoka wapi? Rakeli and Faith ingetoka wapi? If it's not for polygamy, tungetoka wapi?
Tungezaliwa somewhere kwa wazazi wawili.
Hivyo ndivyo mnajiambianga. It would not have been this DNA line. It would have been a different person. It would have been even if our mom got a baby somewhere else right now, it would be a different person, not you. So you would not have been born. Yeah.
Another advantage?
Another advantage. As like, a child.
Kama zinaisha.
Azijaisha. Kwani tunaongelea advantages?
Yes.
Okay, nasema kidogo kuwaonjesha. Okay, when you're a child and your dad has many wives and you know where those wives live and maybe they live close to you, when you close school, guess what? You run to all of them. You can have breakfast in the first wife's house, you can have lunch in the second wife's house, you can have supper in another wife's house. Yeah, you never go hungry as a child. Hello. Bora tu upime masaa.
You will eat avocados in one parent's house.
No, you go to the ones that are cooked good food. Hey, they cook kamanda in my house, my mother's house, and I know in the first wife's house there's chicken. Me, I eat kamanda. Me, hey, no. We are going to the first wife's house, and that is how it has been for us. I go every time I go to the first wife's house. The kitchen is there. I'm told, eat anything you want. You go there, you eat. It's been like that since we were young. By the way, our dad's first wife was never mean to us. Even if you could see she's really in pain. Because honestly, there's things, even if we are children, we can see. We can see. And we can see she has that deep rooted hatred because of what the husband did to her. She was really struggling to not show us hatred.
Yeah.
As the kid.
Actually, I'm happy that she handled that with my mom. Yeah? Maybe like the like it ended with them as the co-wives.
Yeah.
We never felt. I didn't experience.
Funny, in fact, no. Yeah, it wasn't from her. I thought you were going to say we never felt. We did.
I'm saying I felt what?
Not from the wives.
I'm saying I never felt it like you see like the extreme. You can see the distancing.
Yeah.
But it was normal,
She knows how to mind her own business.
Yeah,
she never comes to confront you.
Yeah,
even there's some crazy family members that will be like, they really hated my mom and they were always causing chaos to us all the time. Chaos. For her, you would never see her at coming to our home to cause chaos. Never. I never saw her. But now, and as kids, we remember that as children, and that is what makes us love that lady so much. Because now, putting ourselves in her shoes then, she did better than I could.
Yeah.
Mimi, sijui angekuwa nakumbuka nini.
Mi kwanza alafu ati mtake kunizaa, mtaniazaruka. You will unpack me.
Our mom, by the way, you're named after our dad's first wife.
You're birthing who? You will unpack me.
Unpack me?
Yes.
Unakuja hapa
and she even came to see me.
Imagine. She came to see you as a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Kai. It is so sad. Kai. Imagine. Oh. It was so sad.
It's life.
But anyway, she's really, if you've especially talked to her right now, she has really changed.
She's God.
She's really changed.
Kitambo,
she wasn't talking to us a lot. Alikuwa tu ananyamaza juu atatuambia nini sasa. But nowadays, when you hang out with her, she really wants to tell you things. She wants to tell you. The last time we hung out, she told me, oh, you know, I have noticed you people. Was it you or who told me? But she noticed we have this thing about hating ourselves. We should love ourselves. Yeah. But then she doesn't know that there's some people that showed us hatred when we were younger. You know, it's really shocking that not many people knew that actually that happened. And it really disturbed us. Now, you know, so they don't understand where that thing about hating ourselves came from. Yeah. And maybe we will sit down one day and we'll explain.
But
because
at least I have an example. If I ever find myself as a stepmom, I will always remember her. You see, I will always remember that many times, sometimes you have so much you want to say. You know, you just want to, but you just... You know, she always like, you know.
By the way, sometimes she would be overwhelmed.
Yes.
Sometimes she would be overwhelmed and she'll tell you something and be like, oh, wait, I'm not the one that took your husband. Hey. Yes. But then over time, you see her, it's like she's saying sorry. By how? She'll tell you, Nyanya, go to the kitchen, there's something there. Nyanya, have you eaten? Go. You know, now that is her saying sorry. Yeah. But at the same time,
your marriage should thrive very well. You have so many past papers.
Aki, where?
If your marriage falls, it's your fault.
But then it's your fault.
God, you have so many past papers.
But bro, that thing of having those past papers has put me in a lot of issues. You know why?
Because you always have a place to
go tolerate back to. Because those women have told me tolerate, like don't leave a man because he's cheated.
Oh yeah, there's also that. Guys, let me tell you, when you're born in a place where the women are there, they don't know how to go.
Yeah.
They have never gone. They don't know, they don't want.
They don't want. Ebu tell me, because all three women, they usually like my husband. That one,
and you're like, hey, it's 30 years now. Okay, imagine it's 30 years now and you'll be like, my husband.
They are all like, he was my husband. All three. He went 40 years ago, but they're still there. My husband. Hey.
I think also the attachment, sometimes you learn that you'll attach also when you're raised by such. You will tend to attach a lot on small things. Like small things in life where they still attached to their husbands. They should move on.
You have a point.
Yeah. Let them move on.
They need to know how to move on.
Move on, man.
You people sing to us. Yeah, we are talking about watoto wasponyo sasa.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about your husband forever.
Hi. 30 years. My husband. You may think
even
he's
my husband died.
You may think, at first you may not even know he's dead. You may think he has struggled until he's like, you know, when he died, you're like, oh, he's dead now. How long did he die? 30 years ago. You're talking about it like it's yesterday. Detach. Forget about it. Move on.
They can't.
They need to learn how to.
Nakwambia wezi maliza siku hivi kama hujatajiwa my husband. And there are three, and they are each one of them saying my husband.
No, which husband?
Which part was your husband? Was it the nose? Aki, I wish my dad's wives could accept to have a chat.
The three of them.
All of them three. Aki, I wish they can accept. Aki, wake tu ni chini tuwaulize hizi maswali moto.
Right,
because we want to know. And secondly, they are old. What do they stand to lose? Even if dad came back, he would leave them, all of them, and get a new one. Yeah, he would leave you guys. Hey, if dad saw you, all of you three, dad is going to leave you. He will right away ask me, do you have a single friend your age? Alafu atakawa nyumbani. Utabidi sasa hako mkapiga ama mkaombe.
If they hear you, they'll be like, not my husband.
Hey, my husband. He's like, hey, Anna, si ulikuwa mali. Hey, see, they are so old, so old.
Oh God.
First one is
Don't, Rachel,
90.
stop.
Second one is my mom is 70. So you will see the second one. Ay, ha, baka ulinama. Hi, you're going like this.